Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ahead in Time beta build. Now, before the beta got released, I made this comparison prediction video where I was talking about a little bit of the changes that I predicted would be in the beta. Now, the beta is finally here, and I have completed it already. I've did everything that I can do in the beta. As far as I know, I haven't really discovered everything yet, but that's what I'm going to do today. But this is the actual comparison video, so I'm going over all the points that I mentioned in my previous video, and I'm going to compare them now that we are in the beta and see which points I was correct in and which points I wasn't. So the first thing that I actually did not say in the video, but I did predict, I just completely forgot about it, is the fact that you can actually walk around in the space hub. And as I guess I kinda only thought about walking around in the space hub, but it actually turns out that the space hub is actually kind of like a hub compared to all the other collectathons, such as Mario 64, where the castle is the hub, and then Mario Sunshine, where basically Delfino Plaza is the hub, and then Mario Galaxy, where that spaceship is basically the hub, just like here, where you're also a spaceship. But it's awesome that how it turned out. There are actually just levels that you can unlock, just like on, say, Banjo-Kazooie, where you have to collect a certain amount of shines, or the fuck were they called? Those puzzle pieces, at least, where you can unlock new levels when you collect enough of them, and that's basically the case in almost every collectathon now I think about it. So that's one thing that I did not mention that changed out, and it turned out to be quite awesome. Now, another thing that I mentioned is that this exact level, well, not just this level, but any level in general, which in the alpha was only this level and Queen Vanessa's manor. I kept calling it mansion, but it's just manor actually. But I predicted that it would look different, as in texture-wise, like at least improved, and I was right with that too. It looks different, the textures have been improved, and especially during the rainy missions, which is not here right now, so I can't really show you, but it looks so much better. It's absolutely improved. I'm almost speechless about it. It looks so awesome. So that definitely did a good job in that. Another thing I spoke of in my previous video is the hook shot. I just called it the hook shot because it made me think of the Legend of Zelda hook shot, you know, where you can launch yourself at the targets and then pull yourself towards them. And I actually hoped it would be already in the alpha, but it wasn't, so my prediction would be that at least my wishes would be rather, and it would be added in the beta. And guess what? They did! We finally have this shit! Oh yes! This is like the best part of the game, I think. At least the best item of the game, let me put it that way. Because the game, everything about it is awesome. Now another thing I spoke of is these faraway islands that you cannot seem to go to legitimately, at least not yet. And I hoped that this would be something of like a mission or a story in the beta, but it turns out not. It looks so far, it looks the same, except of this huge ass massive orb that I just realized. And welcome back, my fellow beta chums, but seriously, you shouldn't be here. Hope you're enjoying the beta. Oh yeah, this is William. This guy is, his nickname is Haboy or something. Haboy, whatever. And there's actually a chest there. And just fucking orb, okay. Well then, now we all know that William is probably the guy that made this island. Or at least this part of the game. Well, one other thing I said is these dialogues from the Mafia, and as well as this golden tie shop that was over here in the alpha. I hope that will be updated to actually work, so you have like a golden tie and you can sell it to him for I don't know what items, but it's gone. So in a sense it has changed, but not in the way that I predicted or at least hoped. So that's something else. Now another thing that I mentioned in my other video is the upgraded Mafia HQ, as in it looked better than except of a textureless rectangle or square. But unfortunately, even though you go over here legitimately with the story, for some reason they did not decide to make this building look any better. I mean, it's still, as far as I'm concerned, exactly the same, other than these bars being here, where you can still walk past, as I can see. But I don't know. Well, you can go in there and you have like an entire new level in there, so in that sense they changed it. But I was more talking about the outside look, and for some, yeah, I don't know, it just blows my mind that one of the most obvious things, in my opinion at least, is actually turned out to be false. Oh well. Another thing which I really hoped for that they would add in the beta, but unfortunately did not do that, so it's false in this one as well, is the speedrun ghost, where you can actually compete against the ghost of the developers in trying to beat these secret levels faster than them. Why they didn't do that, I don't know. Maybe they were too scared to be beaten by regular players, like they were too bad to do this fast. But that would be silly, because everyone can just practice this and then keep the best record. I mean, you know, and even not just having the developer ghost, but maybe having your own ghost will be cool too. Like you set a time limit on this thing, and then you can try to improve your time. I mean, I know you have the speedrun timer, so you can use that easily, but having an actual ghost to see how far ahead or how far behind you are while you're still racing, that would be nice. One last thing that I spoke of in my previous video is this exact sequence. The very first time you're in this level, where you meet Mustache Girl for the first time, and you get your umbrella, and in the alpha at least, later then you would go further, and then you would save Mustache Girl from the Mafia and do that barrel fight. But here, in what I predicted at least, is that they would change this thing at least a little, as far as maybe updating the dialogues or maybe adding something new to it. But they actually removed something for it, because now getting your umbrella and saving Moses Girl from the Mafia with the barrel fights is actually two different missions, so it's still relatively the same, but they just split it up in two missions for some reason. Oh well, that is pretty much everything that I mentioned in my other video, but of course I expected to be having a lot more stuff, but I didn't really talk about new stuff in my video, and there is a lot of new stuff. So I'm going to go over all the stuff that I did not mention in my video that is new, and or that small stuff that has been changed in the alpha from the beta. So first of all, I wasn't actually sure if I mentioned this in my video or not, but I thought about it. Is the menu to change your badges or your hats. They added this menu which can make you choose different hats, even different items, different badges or different weapons, although there's only one weapon available right now. Now, of course, speaking of badges, they also included a lot of different badges and new badges, such as the Hoover badge, the Sprint badge, the Teen Angst badge, and we've already seen the Oz badge Brule, and we also already seen the Snatcher's well, it was called the Snatcher's Lab before, and it's now Snatcher's Realm, and it's also having a new function. Because before it really didn't do anything at all, but now it makes you teleport to different places. And of course they also added a lot of new enemies, such as these little birds, which at first are kinda cute, but then they're really freaking annoying. Or what about this little guy, which I find kinda strange. I'm not sure if it's an enemy or some other thing, but it's really freaking weird. And of course they added some completely new levels, such as the Subcon Forest, or well, rather the Subcon Cave, because we can't get access to the forest yet, even though we've seen pictures of the forest since the prototype. So I was so hoping to actually explore that entire forest and interact with those spooky little things that you saw, including in the prototypes and stuff. But for some reason, they did not edit that here yet. So. But of course we have this awesome new level, and we also have a new added area in the Subcon Forest, which is the Subcon Cave. So I'm not complaining entirely, I'm just a bit disappointed that I did not see the actual Subcon Forest itself. Anyway, I think that's about everything that I can think of currently. I mean, there is still a lot more changed and different and kind of stuff, but it's just too much to go past all of them. And I wanted to keep something for you guys to explore by yourselves. So I'm gonna leave it to this. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in one of my other videos. Peace out!